Mark and Lucas, successful businessmen, had always considered their mother, Evelyn, the weak link in the family, a little old-fashioned, living in a large but half-empty family home that resembled a museum of their deceased father. Their wives, Sophia and Alice, saw the house and property only as a promising asset. Under the pretext of caring for her health and the danger of loneliness, they launched a campaign of pressure. They found imaginary signs of senile dementia in Evelyn, and convinced the neighbors that she needed constant care. The culmination was a family council, more like a trial. Evelyn, bewildered and depressed, listened as her sons, without looking her in the eye, talked about the best solution, about a private clinic with excellent care, about safety. Her weak objections were drowned out by their ironclad arguments. The doctor, whom the children had brought, glanced at her briefly and nodded. Age-related changes, observation is required. Broken and betrayed, Evelyn signed the papers in a state of shock. The brothers, intoxicated by the money from the sale of the house and the feeling of a problem solved, quickly divided the inheritance. Mark invested in an unsuccessful startup. Lucas and his wife went on a luxurious round-the-world trip. The money melted away at a frightening speed. Evelyn found salvation where her sons wouldn't have looked in the face of strangers. After the money from her sons for the expensive clinic ran out, she was supposed to be transferred to a state institution. But fate intervened in the person of Maria, a social worker who had once accidentally met Evelyn at the market, struck by her kindness and wisdom. Upon learning of the situation, Maria, a mother of many children herself, without hesitation, took the elderly woman into her home. "We're cramped for space, but our hearts are big," she said. In the bustling home of Maria and her husband Alexei, amidst their 3 children, Evelyn thawed. She became Grandma Lena not by blood, but by the call of the heart. She helped the children with their homework, taught them to bake pies, and told them stories. Her life was filled with genuine care and children's laughter. In this house, she was valued, not merely tolerated. When Mark and Lucas, bankrupt and crushed by guilt, finally tracked her down and arrived at the modest house on the outskirts, they were met not with a warm welcome, but with a quiet, insurmountable firmness. Evelyn came to the doorstep, but did not invite them in. Behind her, the cozy kitchen was visible, where other people's children were making her tea. "I am alive. I have a family," she said calmly, without reproach, but also without warmth. "One that chose me, not my inheritance. I have become a grandmother to these children. Their love is enough for me." Mark tried to say something, to show a photo of his child, but Evelyn gently but firmly shook her head. "My heart has found refuge, and you are strangers to this house. Your children will not learn from me what you learned, how to betray those closest to you. Goodbye." The door closed quietly, but with the feeling of a final, eternal click. They stood on the threshold, which they themselves had forever blocked with the stones of greed and indifference. And behind that door, their mother, whom they had driven out of their home, finally found peace, becoming family to those who simply saw her as a person, not a problem. She found salvation in the family of casual acquaintances, leaving her blood sons on the other side of the threshold and of her new life.